Right, Wailu?
Sir!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yo, soldier boy over here.
Soldier boy.
Soldier boy. Is there another rake for me?
Sure, 100%.
But like where? I'm asking. All right, we're back out here in PEI for our second phase of our farm project. So the first time we were here was a lot of tree install, gravel install, and then a lot of fine grading. So this time around, it'll be a lot of more tree planting, and then we'll get more into our shrubs, perennials, and ornamental grasses and all the gardens. And then once the garden beds are finished, we'll hit them with a bunch of mulch. On top of that, we have the carpenters working on finishing off the decks and building the big timber structure extensions onto the back of the houses, as well as a little bit of irrigation work and then a lot of sod prep. We're getting a sod subcontractor to come in and do all the grass for us, so we have a lot of grading prep for that also. So it should be an interesting 2 weeks. Yeah, I think the crew's really looking forward to the next 2 weeks here. Everyone's been sounding like they're really excited to come back down. There's a lot of work to do the next 2 weeks, and I think there'll be quite a bit to learn on. We're doing some different stuff this time around, as well as the weather's going to be a lot nicer down there, so there'll be time to spend on the beach and hanging out. There's also a music festival we're going to be going to for 3 nights with the whole crew, so that'll be definitely a lot of fun to hang out all together. So I'm really excited for the trip. Yeah, it's our first morning here on the farm project, back for our second phase. Unfortunately, this morning, the 2 drivers, they ended up taking a back road, trying to shave some time off, which unfortunately really quickly turned into a small, little thin gravel road with massive steep hills and wooden bridges that weren't very safe. So they ended up having to find a spot on the road and managed to turn themselves around and come back the other way. So that's unfortunately delayed us by an hour or 2 here. So we'll have to get creative for the first little bit and trying to keep the guys busy here while we wait for all the hand tools and everything else to arrive here so we can start tree planting and working on the carpentry work.
So we're back at the farm for a couple weeks, and we've got an incredible amount of work to do. Some of the crew are still on the way, some are arriving here shortly, and some of us are just unloading a tree delivery and picking up some lumber for the work ongoing. But this week, I'm just working right now on marking up the drawings on what we're going to do and in what order. I've always found that when you match up a quality assurance plan with a marked up drawing, it just gets much easier to have meetings and really get everybody on the same page so the work can really flow a little bit more efficiently. So I'm just marking up where all of the different components are going. I'm highlighting the work that we're going to be doing over the course of a few days. And then also building crews to match up with the work so that everybody knows exactly what they're working on, what the daily goals are, what order we're going to do things in, and really what machines are going to be assigned to which crews. That's just, on these bigger projects, it makes it much easier for everybody to show up and just go to work, and also understand what the daily goals are, what leads to making money, and how we're going to accomplish the work with safety, quality, and efficiency in mind. The major work areas that we're going to be focusing on here over the next 2 weeks First, we're gonna put the decks on the two houses, and those both have a timber framed roof structure. They're both covered decks, so we're going ahead and doing those. We're also insulating those, planning on future closing of those for the winter months. So we want to be able to heat those as well. So a little bit of extra work to do there. Then we're going to be focusing on putting all the big trees in first. And then we've got loads of shrubs and perennials and ornamental grasses coming after that. So a heavy, heavy presence of planting on this trip. And then we also have some more utility work to do. We have to install some underground rough-ins for electrical, for the septic system, and we're probably gonna run a little bit more water. Last trip we ran most of the water around the property, so our distribution work is mostly finished. And then last, we've got some lighting rough-ins to do. We're gonna be installing lighting later in the summer here, so just finishing up that lighting design right now. We're gonna run all the chases needed to pull wire and get the wire where we need it. And then generally we're gonna be doing all the fine grading around everything to prepare for asphalt and finished gravel, and putting steel edging around all of the pathways and gardens to kind of give it that finished look and really clean up the edges of all of the gravel pathways so that we don't have gravel spilling into topsoil and mulch. So lots of finish layer work. It's all the fussy stuff. We're going to be using our new GPS grading system on the skid steer for setting the grades, locating the trees, locating all of our edges and corners for all of our steel work as we start laying that in, because it all gets welded in position and all staked into the ground. So it's a pretty heavy duty edging system that we're planning so that all of our pathways stay perfect for many years to come.
You're good. You're good.
Oh, good. That's the first load. We get another load Saturday, which is tomorrow. So, what time are we at here? Around 11. So half hour. Kyle should be here. Then we take the machine out, get our tools unloaded, and start working. So this actually worked out perfect. Carpenters went and picked up some wood. They're just working on some layout over there, I think. And then we can unload trees. So.
Yeah, we're back in PEI now. We got the whole team back out here. There's a lot going on the farm. There's going to be a big transformation this trip. We're just having a little bit of an issue because of the people that drove out aren't here yet. They're a little bit behind schedule, and we're just working with some of the tools that we have available for us. And there was a design change for the add-ons to these houses. It was it's like an enclosed deck, but now they want spray foam all in between every joist cavity. So we're having to remove some of the stuff that we've already done and accommodate for the changes to allow for the spray foam company to come in and just be able to put the spray foam in, and then we won't need any of this bug mesh that we installed. We're using spray foam because it's like mold and moisture resistant. It's gonna have a good R value. It's a good quality product, but we're just having to take out some of the stuff that we've already done. So that's a bit of a pain, but we're getting that done. We had some guys go to the store this morning and get the lumber and materials, fasteners that we needed for the other structure that we're doing there behind us. And we're just waiting on well, we're not fully just waiting, we're getting stuff done, but we're waiting for the tools that are in the trailer that aren't here yet so we can get a go on that other building.
Yeah, so we're back for round 2. So we still have our control point from last time. So I'm just setting up all the GPS system so we can get the box blade, which is the machine running to the design, running to the satellite and GPS system. So it's a bit to like recalibrate and set up, but once we're set up, then we're good for the 2 weeks. So we set up we did a pin over here, which I will find. So we set the tripod over the pin, we set the satellite on top, and connect the basin rover to the data collector, and we upload the drawing, and then we can basically go around with the rover, which is this thing on the stick, and it will pinpoint all the locations. So trees, corner of courtyard, all of the driveway, roadways, parking lot. So it'll pin it out without us using a measuring tape. Pretty cool. High tech.
Nice and slow. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I think you're all right. Keep going. Yeah, clear. We're just pulling this trailer out of storage. So we've had this one stored down here for a few years, actually. This trailer, we used to use it for mountain bike race team, actually. And it's no longer being used for that. It's been sitting down here for a few years, kind of filled with some of my equipment. It's kind of quasi set up as an equipment trailer right now in the back, but it's gonna make for a really great trailer. Unfortunately, we had a really serious incident, and we had one of the 2 trailers completely get written off in an accident on the way back from Prince Edward Island to Ontario a few weeks back. So we decided to pull this one out and turn this into the ultimate site trailer. It's actually set up more of a race trailer. In the front, there's a RV section that has a bed, a kitchen, bathroom, shower, and we're gonna convert that into an office. And then in the back, there's a full workshop already in there with a diesel generator, toolboxes with drawers and upper and lower cabinets, and a whole shelving system. So it's gonna make for an incredible site trailer for project work, and we're gonna set it up with the site office, washroom, and the full equipment trailer in the back, quite similar to Jake's other trailers. So we're excited to have this one out, and we definitely need the extra storage space while we're here on this project.
Minus what I have.
Yeah, so that's why we used them all for the beams and the rim joists.
Or minus what I have.
And left the cut. I got 14.
Minus 14. 9 more.
Well, that's why they're saying we need 14. They don't have 14. Today in PEI, we're just building the deck for this small house here. We finished off the helical piles, got them totally level. We put our beams together, got them nice and level, and now we're onto the joists. We got about, almost half of them done. A few more to cut, a few more coming by truck in a moment. And then if we got time, no, we still got to put some plywood underneath just because we're going to insulate it, because it's going to be for the sake of a whole big addition. So plywood, spray foam company's going to come in and fill it up. Then we can start throwing our deck boards on after all that. So I think they're coming on Monday, give or take. So not too much trouble. Today on site, some people are grading for the roads. Some people are planting a whole bunch of trees that showed up this morning. A nice bunch of trees, big all these coniferous ones behind us, and there's a bunch more in front.
We're back in PEI, and today we're working on checking all our grades that we finished on the project. So we're going around checking all the heights, checking all our control points, setting up all the heights for planting and finished grades. And did some layout for plants today, plant some trees, and gonna keep going on that tomorrow.
The root or like the neck of the tree, like right here, if it's got a little bend or curve in it, it could be 42 and still not be.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But these ones are pretty straight.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just
Shut up.
talking like
Who
you.
the fuck is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just one of those things.
That's what you say.
It's just It's just one of those things.
You know, I think we need.
42.
Oh, Kyle, that's enough.
Oh, sorry.
Look at that.
I'm
Hang
getting
on.
stressed out. Okay, guys. Yeah, no.
Hang on, Kyle.
Bang on.
You gotta go back, Kyle.
I know.
Okay, let's straighten it up now.
For it.
Because now it's not 42.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We could
Well, we
put
gotta like.
the number 42 is not going to be. It's got to be level and at 42, which is.
Yeah, it's fine. So can you push it this way, the way you did it before? No. Like,
Yes.
tip it. Yeah. Wait, don't
Hold on.
Mark. Oh, he got it, Mark. There we go. Now try to straighten it. Check if it's straight this way.
Double.
Double checking. Let's see what double checking. Not now.
You want guys another? Which way?
Stop.
We're just getting the trees aligned back here using a combination of GPS and a laser level. So we've got a big dining area that's going to be built here in the center, and these trees are going around it. But there's going to be steel edging around the patio and around the gardens and the pathways. So we've got a lot of really refined heights, corners, angles, and we want this row of hornbeam to be perfectly straight as well. So little extra work going into planting these trees because we literally need to have them perfectly centered within an inch. So in every direction. So a little bit of layout here and a little extra finesse going into getting these trees right, but it's going to make all the difference later when all of the other layers come in. So again, we've just done all the layout with GPS, so all the corners are really exact. We were using a combination of string lines, tapes, a laser level, and GPS to get these trees perfect. Because this is a huge property and this is kind of floating in the middle of a lot of different really complex conditions with buildings at different grades, the barn, the two houses, the driveway, the slope, all the pathways, and this future patio, getting the location just right with the GPS is much faster than trying to draw or create straight lines off of all the buildings manually. So GPS gets us all of our corners and locations and our elevations, and then we're just kind of fine-tuning things as we go using some of the other techniques that we have with the tape and the level just to get the holes within range as we go.
How's it going, Mark?
Oh, it's great. Got these trees in.
Stonemason turned planter.
Sick.
Right?
They might actually.
Right?
Partners or something.
Right?
July 1st, it goes to 8.
Oh, first.
Yeah, this morning we're getting back into another big day of planting. So right now Raylene is laying out where some of the trees are going as well as some pathways. Then me and my dad are going to be in the machines bringing trees and setting them in the holes while we have another guy in the excavator ahead of time digging the holes for us. And then me and my dad will be coming with the machines and dropping the trees in the holes and setting them straight while the guys backfill and compact so we make sure nothing settles and ends up crooked. So we should be able to get into a good workflow here if we keep things going.
So yeah, when we're planting the trees, we gotta look out, make sure that everything's in line and where it's supposed to be. So the guys today, we want them to stand back and take a look and make sure that something doesn't look off to them. They can stand back and look. If the tree looks like it's too close to a walkway or if it's too close to a building, we want to address these issues before we get too far on the project. So it's good to keep our guys so they can stand back and look for themselves. So we really want them to start doing that and taking some accountability for making sure the work is up to our quality.
Apparently it was perfect hole, so. Yeah.
I go a bit back towards you and towards me. Like.
Put your hook lower, yeah.
That look too low.
No, it's
Yeah, you gotta drop your knuckle and pull it back.
Be watching the bottom and trying to get, so you want the center of this tree centered up, and then you want the root ball to look pretty level, and then ask them for a little guidance. But they shouldn't be telling you back up, put this down. Like don't take that kind of direction.
No.
It's the operator's job to decide how to do it. It's their, hey, come in here for a minute. So when you're on the ground, don't tell the operator what to do.
Okay.
You tell them what you want the tree to do.
Okay.
Right?
Lean back.
When you start saying, drop your arm, go back, that's not ever how you talk to an operator. It should always be what you want the tree to do.
Okay.
And then it's up to them to decide how to do it. Because what that does is it just creates a lot of confusion. And when I watch you guys working, what's happening is like everybody's trying to do the thinking for each other, where like you guys should be thinking about the tree being straight, he should be thinking how to get it straight.
Yeah.
And so like the more we communicate that way, the easier everybody starts to vibe, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so hard if you're in the machine and someone's saying down and to the left, that's not gonna really, it doesn't tell them the objective, right? So just when you're communicating with each other, just try to do that as much as possible. It's also safer.
Yeah.
Because like if the operator starts taking directions on what to do with the machine from you, he's more likely to make a mistake rather than knowing what you're trying to accomplish, right?
Yeah.
And that's why like with craning, it's so important to have signals, because you're just trying to tell them what you want the machine to accomplish. So just try to be as clear as you can with if the tree needs to come angle out or angle side to side, and then it'll be a little easier to get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
having a hard time. I'm not.
Yeah, as we were planting some trees here this morning, my dad saw that we were moving a little inefficient and weren't communicating very well, so he just came over and helped us out really quick and gave some tips on just communication between the operator and the machine and the guys on the ground when planting, and just in general to make things run a lot smoother. But it's definitely little things like that I'm really thankful to have my dad around and give little tips, not just to me and the crew, all day he's going around trying to help the guys out, give them little ideas and little teaching moments like that. So it's definitely really helpful to have the experience around us and have that extra little bit of help.
I'm not used to pulling it with the 4 chains. Normally, like we let go, readjust,
Yeah,
let go,
and
readjust.
and like if you're up, yeah, which is not the right way.
No, I know.
So if you're up higher, just picture this. If you're trying to lever, this arm is up higher, then these chains are going to pull more. If you're not trying to pull on the back, then you come down and pull sideways, right? So you got to think of it like the whole thing as a lever. If you're up higher, and you pull back, then you're going to straighten the tree more. So right now the tree's leaning back. If you raised your boom slightly and then pulled back, these chains are going to tension up more. Just watch you raise your boom slowly and watch what happens with the back. Just see that? It's actually the fine movements that make the tree go into place perfectly, not the big movements. And that's like with the 4 chain system, you're always going to be able to be more precise. So just move things slowly and then it gets smooth. It looks fast when you do it a lot, but it's actually slow movements of where the height of this boom is and how much tension you're putting on it. So just play with it a little bit, but you'll be amazed at how precise you can be.
All right, so we planted all of our nice little tiny spruce trees. Those are like, I think those are 4 to 6 foot. Most of them are 4 foot. Planted those. So Jim was digging holes. Me and my dad came along, plopped them in. Guys grayed out around them, and then pulled the existing mulch that was around up to them, but it wasn't enough. So we came through, topped it up. This side was low anyways. We left it that way on purpose because we knew we had some more fill planting to do. So this is our big long trench from our irrigation line that we put in. So we're just grading out nice with the lawn again, because the last time we came through, obviously the soil sunk down. It's gonna happen. So we came back through. We're just gonna grade this out nice, and then we're gonna tamp it, and then we'll stir it up a little bit again so we can come through with the grass seed on Monday. And then after that, we'll help with some tree planting over there, and then a little bit of soil work. Then we're gonna cut early today. The guys need to do some grocery shopping, and then we're gonna do dinner at 6. So my dad's gonna do some wings, and we're gonna go to the local stock car races down the street for something to do. So nice little evening. Tomorrow's day off, and then Monday we'll have Spencer back, so we have the whole crew, and then we'll be onward with the whole project. We got another delivery of trees and plants Monday, so more trees going in next week, and then a lot of small plants. So yeah, this week went really good. We got a lot done, and we're sticking to schedule, which is always really nice. So our main focus was a lot of planting on the big trees, and also slowly started doing our small plants, which are really starting to come together and are starting to look great. The carpenters are making really good progress on their decks. They're almost finished, so they'll have a couple small adjustments early next week, and then we'll get on to raising the big timber structures up. And then something I'm really excited about is they finally figured out all the GPS grading setup with the Trimble system. So that'll be amazing to see here soon once they have everything finally dialed in. I'm excited to give that a try, and I think a couple of the guys are excited to get some seat time in the skid steer and try it out.